Hello, 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 guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I am so excited to have you here on this call. So as you are hopping on, if you would love to let us know where you are calling in from on the chat, I love to see how far this takes us around the world. We want to respect your time, so we are not going to keep you here for too long. But whoever invited you guys to this call, please reach back out to them, whether you decide to join us or not, and just thank them, because whoever reached out to you and presented this to you, they see something in you that you may not see in yourself. They love you and they wanted to share this with you because they know that it can change your life. It has the possibility to do that, just like it did for us. So I have a few of my friends on here. We come from all different backgrounds, as you can see. We have men and women, but on this call tonight, we only have women. We're gonna share a brief story about what brought us here, why we're here, how it's been so far. And if you have any questions, let us know in the comments. We will try to answer them as the speakers are going. But if we do not get to them, reach back out to the person who invited you and they can be sure to answer all those questions, okay? So the very first friend I have of mine that will be sharing, her name is Miss Belinda. I think she is so amazing. She is a great leader on the team, on the company. Like, I just love her spirit, and I think you guys are gonna love her too. So Miss Belinda, take it away.
Hey, thank you, Germaine. Thank you for having me tonight. I love sharing my story. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to try to respect your time. And so I will make my story brief because I could make it, it could be hours, believe me. My name is B. Fitzpatrick. I live in Roswell, Georgia. I'm married to my husband, Steve, for almost 21 years, and we have one surviving child. He is an 18-year-old freshman at Georgia Tech University. And about 3 years ago, due to an unfortunate family incident, I found myself in a state of despair. And I was sinking deeper and deeper into this dark pit. I felt hopeless. And I don't know if anybody out there can relate to this, but I had lost hope that I was going to feel better. And during this time, I had chronic headaches. And I was taking a prescription, the type of headaches that would put you in a dark room for days and made you nauseated, made you sick. And at that time, I was seeing a doctor who really wanted me to start on antidepressants, and I really wanted to avoid those side effects. And so I was pushing back on that, and my weight was creeping up. So it was like the perfect storm to feel really terrible about yourself and have a terrible self-image. And during that time, I saw my friend Christy, and she was posting on Facebook about this transformation in her family's life due to these happy products she was trying that were all natural and plant-based. And I did not believe her. I was skeptical. And so I sunk into my pit of despair for 4 more months. Watching her post, seeing the transformations happening in her and her daughter's lives. And I finally reached out and said, I will try your product. And got the product in, told my husband I would only try it for 6 days. You know, there's a 30-day money back guarantee on every product. I'll try it for 6 days and send it back, get my money back. Well, lo and behold, on day 4, that darkness lifted off me. And not only could I see the light, I could feel the light, and I could feel hopeful again. And so I was amazed by, this is the reason why I tried the product. I wanted to feel better. I wanted to feel happier. And I started waking up every morning feeling happy. Before, I knew it, I had lost 54 pounds. And that's a side effect that I'm very happy for that benefit, because I needed to lose 54 pounds. And my chronic headaches, I realized after a month, I had not needed my prescription medicine for my chronic headaches. And it's still sitting on the shelf from 2019. My chronic headaches have disappeared. So talk about waking up feeling healthy and happy every day. It's life changing, which is, that word is way overused. Life transforming, life elevating. That's what I'm wearing right here. Life elevated. That's my shirt. That's what happened to me. And I started thinking, if that could happen to me, then I might be able to help other people. And so I became a partner in 2019, and I had my own recruiting company, Right Fit Strategic Staffing. And I thought I would do this on the side just to help people feel better. And my first month doing it part-time, I made over $500. And I'm old school. That's significant money to me, as extra income. And so I realized around October that this happy products business could do something for me that my recruiting company could never do. My recruiting company, it was one and done. And yes, it was a huge payday when I made a placement. There were executive placements, but one and done, no residual income. With the happy products, people love the products. It's changing their lives. They consume them and they want to keep buying them. So there's this residual income. And there's the connection you make with people when their lives are transformed, and they send you a text or an email or come tell you in person how their life has been changed. There's something so fulfilling and heart swelling about that experience. So I decided in 2020 that I was going to close my recruiting company, and I jumped in this business with both feet, and I have never looked back. And since we have transformed to the Happy Co, and our belief is that everyone deserves to be happy, I know I'm in the right place with the right vision. And it's all about sharing health, wealth, and happiness. And when you focus on other people's health and happiness, guess what? It comes right back to you tenfold, really. To have people call you and tell you you've changed their lives is very fulfilling to me. And I get to make money doing it. It's just the most amazing thing. It's the first time I've ever had an experience with a company like this. No brick and mortar, e-commerce, so easy. That's the thing that shocked me. This is so easy. It's sharing a cup of coffee and changing somebody's life. And guess what? They're probably going to be customers for life. So that is my story. I hope that if it resonates with you, you get back with the person who invited you. This is a tremendous community of collaborators, communicators, connectors, and we all are passionate about not only helping other people, but about our company and our mission and our vision for the future. So Germaine, thank you so much for having me. Thank you guys for letting me share my story. I can hardly wait to hear everybody else's story now. It's always exciting to hear.
Thank you so much for sharing. Wasn't her story amazing? So I just love hearing everybody's stories because it just brings me back to when I started. And there might be some of you guys who think, well, I don't know if I can do this. So I hope that one of these speakers can speak to your heart and soul and let you see that it truly is so simple, like what Belinda said earlier. My next friend that's going to share, she is such an amazing, amazing leader on our team as well. She is a top leader. I think she has the best hair ever. So if you see her, her name is Haley. Please tell her about her beautiful hair. Miss Haley, if you can unmute yourself and take it away.
Thank you so much. So my name is Haley, and I am 31 years old, and I actually started in network marketing about 5 years ago. And originally I was managing a restaurant, and I was working full time. I was on salary, and I asked for a raise and I got turned down. And so I just got to the point where like I was either going to have to get a second job or I had to find another way to make some extra money. And so this industry just kind of fell in my lap. I saw someone online selling makeup, and I was with a makeup company before this, and I had no idea what it was. I had never even heard about it before. And so I had no idea what I was doing when I first got started. And I got started and I was in a kind of a dark place. I was stressed out. I was in a lot of debt. I was depressed. And so I thought by, being able to make a little extra money, it was going to kind of help me in all areas of my life. And I realized a couple years in of working the business that I really needed to focus on my health. And after being in the industry for a couple years, I realized how many different companies are out there, and you can really pick one that fits and you feel aligned with. And so I knew if I made a shift to focus on my health and I could find something that I was really passionate about that could really help me and I could help other people, that would be a better fit for me. So that was when I decided to make the switch, and that was 2 years ago. And I decided to come to this company, and I honestly just saw someone post on Facebook, and she was talking about how this cup of coffee was helping her with her mental health. And at first I thought, like, no way. Like, I love coffee and that sounds amazing, but I did not believe it at all. And so I reached out to her because I figured, what the heck? And she sent me a sample. And this was at a point when I was fighting a lot with my boyfriend. I was not leaving the house very much. I was very disconnected. And so she sent me this sample of this cup of coffee. And the very first day of trying it, I wanted to get outside. I went for a walk, and Will got home and he asked me, he's like, "Why are you so happy?" And I'm like, "I don't know, I just drank a cup of coffee." And so it was as simple as that. Like, that day I knew, like, okay, this is something that I want to be a part of. And honestly, with my first company, I didn't get like big, or like I didn't have a huge team. I wasn't making tons of money. So when I came here, I was more interested in just focusing on my health. Like, if I can get healthy and happy and help some people along the way, then that's great. But what surprised me was how quickly we grew here. And I think it's just because it's so simple to share. And I think that even people that have never done this business before, they get started here, and it's as simple as just sharing how you feel, sharing your story. You don't need any experience. You don't need to have any skills to do that. So people are getting started here and diving in, and they're seeing success, which is crazy. So in the 2 years that I have been here, I did 10 times what I did in my previous company, which is just, it blows my mind. So I went from, managing a restaurant, and I'm a high school dropout. So I really thought that, that was going to be kind of my life. And in the couple years that I've been here, I've been able to triple my salary from that job, which is crazy. Like, it's completely changed my life, and it's given me opportunity that I really didn't think was possible for me. And being able to help people in a way where I had struggled so much, and being able to connect with people in that way, it's just been so fulfilling. Like, it's the best job you could possibly have. So I'm grateful, and I'm super excited for where we're going with this company. And yeah, I'm just excited.
Thank you so much for sharing, Haley. Isn't that crazy? I told you, all walks of life, we're all different here. High school dropout, you guys, she's killing it here. Like, if you really can see the numbers, I know you guys, you have no idea who we are, but if you can see the numbers that she's doing just by sharing a cup of coffee because she focused on herself, it is mind blowing. Like, she is blowing up this month. It's crazy to me. So my next friend is Miss Tiffany. She is also a leader, a big top leader in our company. We are not all in the same team too, you guys. So if you're familiar with network marketing, I don't know what your experience is like in the past, but for me, if we weren't on the same team, we weren't allowed to talk to each other because we wanted to keep our secrets to ourselves. So if that's something you've experienced, we are not like that here. We come from all different teams. We've come together to share our story with you because we are one team, one dream. And Miss Tiffany, I was able to go on a retreat and spend some time with her, and I absolutely adore her. So thank you so much for joining us, love. Now take it away.
Okay, hopefully you can hear me. Yeah. Okay, good. So my name's Tiffany. I'm technology challenged, so I had to make sure. I am a wife and mom. I've been here in September. It'll be 3 years. And, for me, my main focus, I want to kind of take it back to before I ever started. My main focus for me was just to have kids, to stay at home. I wanted to be there for my kids. I didn't want to send them to daycare. And one thing I didn't want was to struggle, but that really wasn't my choice. My husband had a very weird job where he worked 4 12-hour shifts in a row, and then he was off for 4 days in a row. So for me, to be at home with the kids, I could only work jobs where I would have limited like schedule. I could only work 3 out of 8 days. It was really hard. We struggled. I hustled. I did different things. I sold things on mommy sites. I went to Plasma, but I think before I ever started here, I just really felt like I struggled a lot because I really felt like I wasn't doing enough for my family. When I wasn't working as much and bringing in money, and my husband was, I always felt there was this deficit. Even though a lot of the care of the kids and, upbringing kind of fell on me, I always just felt like I just wasn't doing enough. And that was probably the only thing that we ever fought about. It wasn't really that he would make me feel bad. It's just that he didn't understand how I felt. So sometimes when he would say, things about money, it would just hurt my feelings. And I felt like I just needed something, right? Well, I needed something unconventional. I couldn't find a regular job. I had a career before my kids, and I gave that up when I had my kids. And so I was just really lost, and a lot of, bad feelings come with that. So I started looking around I found network marketing. And I think at first, I think Germaine had said this, is that, at first you kind of don't know what you're doing. And I know for me, I didn't really know like what made a company good, or like what I don't know, like what to do, what the choices were. Like Haley said, there's a lot of different things out there that cater to a lot of different needs, and I just didn't know. I wasted a lot of time at the beginning because I chose bad companies. I chose companies with bad culture. Some where the corporate team, I don't think they cared as much about people in the field. Definitely not like anything that we had here. I was taught bad practices. I was taught, I don't know, just bad things. There's certain companies where I maybe I paid more than I ever made, and I just struggled. But I just thought that was how it was supposed to be. You worked really hard, you'll eventually see something from it. I never really had too much success. And during that time, my mom got sick with cancer. My mom and me were really, really close. I won't talk too much about her story, but her story went for 2 years. She had cancer in multiple places. It kept attacking even after treatments, even after things worked. It came back. She had multiple surgeries, and we ended up taking care of her at home. And during that time, I'll try not to cry. During that time, I was just, I just stopped. I stopped caring. I stopped being a really good mom. I stopped being a really good wife. I'm going to cry. I stopped being a really good friend. I stopped. And I could never get it back. I really struggled for probably 8 months, about 8 months after my mom's passing, which by the way was 3 years ago, 2 days ago. And I really think that my mom kind of helped me find this business. And I'll tell you why. Because for 8 months after her passing, I struggled and I felt like a zombie, and I couldn't feel my life. And I let all the feelings of sadness not just take me over, but literally completely bury me. My autopilot was so strong that even, my husband, my best friend, people didn't know how bad I was truly struggling on the inside, but I was at like the very bottom of my rope emotionally, mentally, and what I was putting out was just, it wasn't me. So I was lucky enough that I found these products completely by happenstance. And, just like everybody else, we're skeptical. We all think like this can't be true. It's too good to be true. Nothing can do this. There's nothing magic out there. And while I kind of agree there's really nothing magic out there, there's something going on, that just really helps so much on the inside. And I will tell you that within about 2.5 weeks of just being on the products, I know I had no crazy intentions on, doing anything. I just needed help, right? I was just looking for me first, I guess. And about 2.5 to 3 weeks after I was on these products, I didn't struggle with my daily, like, incredible anxiety, incredible sad feelings. I was able to focus on things. I was able to get things done. I was happier. I was, you know, being able to start feeling my life again. I could still feel the sad stuff too. It's not like with big pharmacy where, it's a blanket and you just feel very even keel all the time. It's what I hear. I never got on medicine, but I was literally like there going to look into it. And it's not something I ever wanted to do, but I thought that it was the only thing I could do. And it's not like that. You can still feel sadness. You can still feel pain. You're not immune to things, but you have that focus, and you can deal with things so much more calmly. I'm not really quick to get angry or anything like that. So for me, when I started taking this, I just realized how powerful what we have here. And I think it was like Belinda said, that that it not only is it easy to share, but there's so many people that struggle, and that struggle in silence, just like I did. I struggled in silence for 8 months. And again, the people closest to me didn't know how far I had really gotten. And I'm sorry to cry, but it's a serious thing. And there's a lot of people that really get to the end of their rope, and they don't know what to do, and they don't know where to go. And these products help. And I will tell you that I'm going to be very honest, in opportunity calls, sometimes I think that, maybe some people want to hear a little bit more about maybe technical, how the business works here. This is what it is, but it's not about that. We have the culture that we have with everybody loves on everybody. Like Germaine says, we don't hoard secrets. We train, we support, we help everybody. So we have, all these things available to us. And so instead of bringing you guys here and sharing technical information you can get from all these teams that share everything, it's so much easier to hear real people's stories and know that this is taken this can take somebody from such a dark place and bring them into the light. I didn't mention that I'm 62 pounds lighter, and all the things that can do for your body, for your health, for your confidence. That wasn't what's important to me, but that is a benefit that I get to live every day in a new body and in a new life. And that's not even why I came here. I came here with help for my mental struggles. And for me, I found something that was able to give me my life back. And again, I apologize for crying. I'm a crier. I always cry, but it's because I've come so far with the help of these products. And I don't think anything, even including Big Pharma, could have brought me here because of that. And not just because of my one story, but I am able to share my story. I am able to share stories like Haley's, stories like Jermaine's, stories like Belinda's. And when you come to this company, you realize just from the start of this opportunity call, if this is the first, real exposure you've had, you will hear stories like this that ring true in all these facets of life, of weight loss, of mental health, of, chronic pain. I know these are things we can't just, make medical claims because they worked for me. It doesn't mean they're going to work for you. But there's some real big problems that I've seen worked through and made life livable through these. So we have something that is the easiest thing to share in the world because it helps people. And if you have something that helps people, you feel truly selfish if you don't share it. When they say that they're hurting, when they say that they need something and you have that thing to offer them, it's not even about a paycheck. It's about making people's lives better. And that's one thing that I think that comes from the top down. Again, is that culture of love. It it's so easy, and it makes you feel so good when somebody tells you, when I tell my sponsor how she changed my life through showing me these products, somebody's going to tell you that one day. And I'm going to tell you it feels amazing. So thank you so much for listening. I just wanted to share some of my story with you. Sorry for crying, but I really hope you do take a better look at this company. This company has, such great powerhouse products. It's residual. People use it month after month. People come back month after month. They need this in their life. This isn't something I want to ever quit. And it's not because I sell it. It's because of what it's done for me. And I hope you give it a chance to change your life as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. Like, isn't her story so amazing, you guys? Her story pulls at my heartstrings, and I can't talk about it because I will ugly cry for like 30 minutes and we don't got time. But I just lost my father in January, and I can say these products have definitely helped me to be able to handle my day by day stuff, right? So let's shake it up a bit because we're not crying on this call. But I wanted to just give you guys some key, like some things that this company has done for me. So I have an oldest son. His name is Jared. He has autism, and he has been on narcotics, you guys, for at the age of 10, we started giving him meds. So he's been on narcotics for quite some time. And because of this company, I'm not making any medical claims. We worked with a doctor. I got the approval from the doctor. It was actually the doctor who recommended it. But because of these products, I have been able to get him off of all narcotics. So that's amazing to me. Like I said, this helps me go through my day to day. Like, I just lost my dad. Sometimes we don't feel the best. And when you drink a cup of coffee, when you feel good, you do good, right? And that this coffee, all our products have done that for me. Business wise, like I have been able to pay off $30,000 in debt because of this company and so much more. But it didn't start out that way. So I was invited by my friend, like many of you on this call, and she told me she found this amazing product. She said, Germaine, there's this coffee that you just need to drink this coffee and you're going to lose all this weight and you're going to have so much energy and you're going to sleep better and you're not going to crave carbs and sugar and you're going to lose weight and you can eat whatever you want. And when she told me that, I'm like, yeah, no, because I have been in the health and wellness industry, and I just know that that's just not how life works, you guys. And like everybody else said, I already drank coffee and my coffee didn't do that. So I was very skeptical. And she told me that she invited me every single day for 3 weeks, you guys. 21 days in a row. Now, this isn't typical. Don't worry, we're not going to do that to you. But she was a really good friend of mine, and she knew that we were together in our previous company, and she knew that we were struggling. I was paying $110 in auto ship product so that I can get paid $28, which when I say it out loud, it doesn't make any sense. But at the time, it was very logical, right? So she really wanted me to just change directions, and I wasn't having it. And on the 21st day, I said, okay, your product is $50, right? Like, let me just buy it because my sanity is worth $50. If I buy her product, she'll stop talking to me about it. So I finally bought it. I enrolled because, I mean, why not? I'll get a discount. So I enrolled, I bought her product, and I wanted to prove her wrong, you guys. Like typically I eat very healthy, I work out. It makes me feel good. I like it. That's what I do. But she told me I can do whatever I want. I don't need to work out, and I can eat whatever I want too. So I said, all right, I took my pictures. I did what she said. I ate whatever I wanted. I did not work out. And I wanted to prove her wrong so badly, you guys. And come the 7th day, I remember getting on a scale and I was like, I'm just going to show you nothing works like that, especially not for me. So I stepped on that scale and I looked down and I noticed that I lost 9 pounds. And that was when I thought, oh my God, like I can change so many people's life with this product if I just can get it into their hands. So I was like, okay, I went back to her and I said, I am sorry, you were right and I was wrong. Like, like my bad. And so we decided to just run. And I remember when I first got here, our upline, we got on a call with her and she said, Germaine, if you put your head down and you run hard for the first 12 months, you will look back and your life will be completely transformed. You won't even recognize it. And so that's what we did. We put our head down and I had set a goal. I'm not new to network marketing. I've been doing it for 7 years now. This is my 3rd company. So if you've been in multiple companies, high five to you. I get you, sister. I get you, brother, because that was me. And so I set a goal to make $3,000 a month. That was my goal for 5 years. And I never hit it. because like Tiffany said, I was spending more money in product than I was earning. It was hard to balance all these legs, which we don't do here, by the way. We were not paid on all the volume of the product. We were paid like 50% and all kinds of crazy technical stuff that I couldn't figure out. But I put my head down here, and within 5 months, I was able to surpass my $3,000 goal for the month. And every single month, it just kept growing and growing and growing. Because, like Tiffany said, when you try the product and it changes your life, it just becomes so easy to share. We don't worry about our comp plan. In fact, when I first started here, we didn't actually have a comp plan, and we made so much money because it wasn't about the technical stuff. It was just us sharing our story, getting the cup of coffee in other people's hands, and using stories to grow our business. So I really hope that somebody here, their story spoke to your heart, because I know in the heart of hearts that if you link arms with the person who invited you, if you put your head down and if you do the work and you share your story authentically, this business can completely change your life, just like it's changed all of ours. So thank you guys so much for your time. I am so grateful to have you on this call, and I hope to be welcoming so many of you guys to the Happy Co. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you. Bye.